Hey guys, it is the Raw Wrap Up. Mike Sorg here at Sorgatron on the Twitter, ready to rock it. Here post Monday Night Raw, the first Raw after Fastlane, the first Raw on the road to WrestleMania. Yeah, because that's the metaphor. Of course, this is for WrestlingMayhemShow.com, brought to you in part by our friends at PittsburghWrestling.com. Get some great digital downloads over there. With me is from Poughkeepsie, New York. It is Mad Mike.
Chappie.
No, that's somebody else.
I am Chappie.
You are? Oh. Also with us from San Antonio, Texas, he's the commentator down there for Inspire Pro Wrestling. It's Eamon Payton.
Da-dum-da-dum-da-dum-do.
I was listening. I actually brought up that song for WrestleMania on YouTube and was listening.
We kept doing that during the hangout and was able to sync it up pretty well. Yeah, that song is entirely in my head, just like every WrestleMania.
Anytime there's a lull in a conversation, like whether it's on Hangout or just in person, I'm just gonna start going da-dum 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 dum.
Do.
It's just
and it's one of those things like where you have to finish it. Like it's yeah.
All right, let's get into it. Let's talk Raw for tonight. What's the most interesting thing you think happened tonight, guys? Mike?
Natty actually remembered that she's managing heels.
Holy wow, yes. I love heel Natty.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
And
I for those of you who watched the Total Divas wrap up, you know that I'm not very high on Natty.
No.
But then again, who is?
It's true. But this is the first thing that I've actually enjoyed she's done since David Hart Smith was in the WWE.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Been a while.
Cool.
Been a while.
What about you, Eamon? What was the high point for you tonight?
Well, it kind of goes into that as well. That tag match, the tag title rematch. Very good match. Loved it. I think they told a really good story. I am excited of what's to come. Hopefully they just give them another tag match and they don't make it like a four-way, whatever the hell, just to fit in more teams.
Yeah, just let it be what it is. I mean, you got guys that can put together a real good match. And one of you guys said in the Hangout they had a better match tonight between those two teams than they did at Fastlane.
Yeah.
Like, hands down. Completely.
Even with the disqualification finish, which I loved. Like I felt that was just, it tied everything together.
It pushes it to the next thing, and we got a few weeks away. It doesn't feel like we have like an obsessive amount of time this year. I mean, it's still in the end of March and everything that we're getting WrestleMania.
Yeah,
so
usually it's like 6 weeks. So now
and it feels like, wow, what are we gonna do for a month and a half now of Raw? How are they gonna keep us interested? But
there's still a little bit of that.
A little bit, yeah.
But then that happens with every pay-per-view, so.
Right. So what was a low point tonight? We're trying a little bit different tonight. What was a low point? It's 3 hours. It's a lot of stuff. We're not touching on everything. What was a low point?
Poor Emma.
That's a Divas, right? That
Poor
Divas
Emma.
match. The give Divas a chance, which is funny since we had to give R-Truth a chance earlier with the Intercontinental title situation.
Yeah, fuck R-Truth.
Yeah.
No one needs to give R-Truth has had a chance for 20 years.
R-Truth's chance was in TNA.
This was the greatest thing, though, wasn't it? That they did that hashtag, and everybody just took it over into how many other things, right?
And I think it's something I can get behind, though. There is no reason that on a 3-hour wrestling show that a women's match should go 30 seconds. There's no reason for that.
No. What did we have to give that time to?
Other than we don't want them to wrestle.
Yeah.
And that's a shame because Paige, Emma, and the Bellas are all very good at what they do.
This goes back to, I really think it is just the people in charge on that level of Raw just don't like women's wrestling. I think there's just that kind of thing. I sat there and watched I'm doing the 30 days of WrestleMania, and I watched the women's matches from WrestleMania 1 and 2, which were actually some pretty tremendous women's matches for the most part, right?
For that day, yeah.
I mean, it's also that the people in the back think that, oh, well, we need to see the women's entrances. Like, no, you don't. No, you don't.
The entrances were much longer than the actual match. Even Mike pointed that out.
Entrances and the exit was much longer than the match. Like, Nikki and Brie just walking back up laughing at Paige, that was longer than the entire match. Like, they can stand in the ring and laugh at Paige and maybe have Paige and Emma already be in the ring, And, you know, we get another minute and a half, 2 minutes out of it.
They can also tell that exact. There's no story that they couldn't have not told in 4 minutes or 5 minutes. Like, that's. Give them something. I just. And I agree with Sorg. It's just that mentality. Kevin Dunn is not going. You know, until Kevin Dunn and Vince are fucking gone or dead, you know, we're not going to get, I think, a strong enough force that's going to rally behind giving women an opportunity to at least wrestle. Not even if you just. It's not even a matter of just hiring wrestlers. Just let the people that are on your show wrestle.
Certainly, certainly. And of course we did. Hey, there was a little bit. They advertised Brock Lesnar tonight. Like, I think I got a notification on my WWE app or something, right?
So did I.
No Brock Lesnar.
None. Unless he was in the cage of that one switcher shot that went awry. And we just missed him.
Oh, yeah, that's my bad tonight, is the fucking production team all over the place tonight.
They're probably trying out some new Full Sail students after Triple H said, hey, we got to replace these guys live on air on a podcast a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Hey, production's hard, guys. And these guys are usually the best in town. And, yeah, it's going to happen. It's certainly going to happen. But other than that, you know, I thought we had some good stuff. What was it? Ziggler Barrett with some good stuff.
Still doesn't make sense as to why Barrett let Ambrose leave with the belt.
I wasn't in the hangout when that match was happening. Do you guys think we're getting a multi-man match at Mania for the IC title?
Certainly.
I definitely think we're getting a multi-man. You suggested it'd be a ladder match.
That's what I'm hoping. Like a 6-person ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Then you can actually take the low carders, the guys who need the push, and put them in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Well, my question also is this: is that they said there's going to be another Andre the Giant Battle Royal tonight. Who do you put in it? Like, if you have Ziggler, assumedly from where everything's set up after tonight, Barrett, Ambrose, Ziggler, and I guess R-Truth.
And then everybody else.
You could even put Bryan and Sheamus in the IC title match.
You can. But then is there enough mid-card talent to make that
absolutely
important?
Amen. Tag teams.
Yeah.
Tag teams. Like, right there. I mean, you already have Miz and Mizdow announced. You have Ryback and Curtis Axel announced. You got, you can have Zack Ryder come back. You can have
Fandango or whatever.
You can have Fandango, Jack Swagger, Primetime Players, The Ascension. You can put all those guys.
But then who takes it? Who takes that Battle Royal? My theory is Mizdow.
Yeah, I can see that. Last eliminating Miz. I can see it.
But yeah, because other than him, like, I don't see, either than him or Miz, I don't see.
I mean, unless they just put Sheamus in that and Sheamus runs roughshod over it.
Maybe.
Which, honestly, if the Andre the Giant Battle Royal is just Sheamus going ham on 19 other people, I'm kind of okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't hate that idea. I honestly don't hate that idea.
Because, I mean, they're still pushing that Sheamus is coming back, but they're not saying when and not saying where. So
I do love the concept of the Andre the Giant Battle Royal allowing other matches to happen. Because usually they would just fill, you know, they would have a Battle Royal on, like, the pre-show or whatever.
Yeah, and it's important enough where it's actually going to get on the card.
Yeah.
As opposed to, like, a U.S. title match that turns into a Battle Royal.
Right.
Certainly.
Personally, or go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was saying, I just hope we see more matches at Mania.
What do you guys think about, our Fallout, whatever? We're, of course, setting up some Rusev Cena stuff at WrestleMania. I'm kind of okay with Cena falling into this role of kind of the sub, Mania, importance.
That's cool. I mean, I think that's,
And usually with very, very new guys. In the last 2 years, including this one, Rusev and Bray, first-year guys. That it's like, well, let's have them do something with Cena, and I think any of them benefit from something like that.
I don't think it's helped. I don't think it's helped Bray Wyatt.
Yeah,
if anything, it's taken him this long to get back to the point where he's supposed to be at.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fairness, I don't think the Mania match did that. I think that really terrible cage match and the last man standing, whatever they did, I think that was the cause. But no, I agree. I'm glad Rusev is getting the opportunities to face some top guys. I'm not hopeful for how this turns out.
I mean, we had Daniel Bryan come out and say, "Hey, listen, Roman Reigns beat me. He was the better man. Why can't we do that with Rusev and Cena?"
Because America. Because we can't admit another country's better.
But we've been letting them run.
But I mean, then you can have John Cena like try to turn Rusev American.
Oh, that would be so great.
Oh, I would hate
like-
that idea.
he's like,
no,
"Come
that's
on."
a horrible idea. That's a horrible idea. Trying to convert a patriotic Russian to an American
He's not
soldier.
Russian.
Or Bulgarian, but you know what I mean.
Not Russian. He's Victor Crumb, Eamon. All right.
That would make me sadder than anything.
On that note, we got Randy Orton back tonight, and now he's got this weird thing going on with the Authority. There's a really good point Justin LaBar made on Twitter. Is like Triple H did not speak tonight.
Mm-hmm.
He just stood in the corner considering Sting. Very interesting. Very, very subtle. You know, I kind of like that. But then we're into this interesting, internal feudish thing with Randy Orton and Seth Rollins, which I thought was very entertaining the first time around, and it's good to see that kind of continue. And sadly, it means I'm not going to get my dream of a Seth Rollins Ziggler WrestleMania match. It'll probably be these two, and I don't know how we're going to work Jon Stewart into this one.
No idea.
I saw someone post on Twitter. I forgot if this doesn't lead to Randy Orton and Seth Rollins versus Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert, we've all failed as fans of wrestling.
Well, wasn't it WWE Creative says we should be fired?
Yeah, that was it. That was it. WWE Creative.
Yeah. All right. On that note, WWE Raw. We'll be talking, of course, so much more wrestling on the Wrestling Mayhem Show live at WrestlingMayhemShow.com, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and then we have the Indie Mayhem Show at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. This week's guest is going to be Joe Rosa of the International Wrestling Cartel, currently a tag team champion over there, and actually starting up with the school, being a trainer. So very excited to talk about that and some really interesting concepts going on. That they've been doing over this last year. It's not just wrestling, guys. The VIP launch, really cool concept. So much more. My 30 days of WrestleMania is kicked off. I got WrestleMania 2 coming up tomorrow. Hopefully I get the third one in there. We'll see. I honestly don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this off, but we're going to give it a shot. I'm giving little 5-minute videos, kind of my quick thoughts after watching any of these, and hopefully we keep those going here all the way up. We got 34 days. We got 2 down. We'll see where we can go from here. Mayhem Minutes, a daily news show that we've been doing over at the Wrestling Mayhem Show YouTube. Look for it on iTunes. And actually look up Wrestling Mayhem Show, Sorgatron Media on iTunes to find any and all of our shows that we're doing right now in audio form as well. Including this one, the WWE RAW Wrap Up by the Wrestling Mayhem Show. So go check out Mad Mike. He's at MadMike4883. And also Eamon. He's at Eamon2, please. And, of course, InspireProWrestling.com. Check out PittsburghWrestling.com, SliceOnBroadway.com, supporters of the shows. Until next time.
Didim, 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 dum.
No.